But you're seeing a lot of these athletes tear ACLs with absolutely no contact. So at that point, then that means that there was a deficit somewhere, that there was an imbalance somewhere. These are, like I said, these are peak athletes, and there's just something was off. Whether or not it was within a training load, or that, like you'll see like Saquon Barkley, as for instance, look at his thighs. They're massive for how small he is. I think he's maybe 6 feet. So it's like and I think it was a non-contact ACL on top of it. So it's like, okay, was his quads too strong for his hamstrings in relation to the position that he plays? So when you look at it on the back end, I'm going to pretend like he's never lifted a day in his life. He has to pass all of these things. He has to get an endurance of the strength, not just strength in of itself. And that's what it was, is most people train to get that 350, on their squat or so they're just hitting a max, but they're not able to sustain that for a long period of time. So you're educating those athletes as to, listen, you're playing for however many minutes in any sport that you have. How many times, like we'll use alignment and benching. So they're trying to bench, 315, but they can only bench it twice. And they're like super excited. Hey, good for you. However, you're pushing a 315-pound defensive lineman how many times in one game? And they're like, well, it could be like 100 times. I'm like, okay, well, you did it twice. So like you're going to set yourself up for failure because your strength endurance is very, very low. And everyone's training for a strength maximum, and that's it. So I think that's where the shift goes when we're rehabbing these athletes, is we're looking at that endurance side of things, and they're less likely to, have a re-injury and stuff like that. And with the surgeon I'm working with, we're getting kids cleared in 4 or 5 months, not 9 to 12 anymore.